Rueda domule di dun tialte alle bodo susra ibdul maraklay marubugul belaw bilum ebiraklay marmasil belaw susra mara President Paules marugul senators Speaker Anastasio marugul delegates Chief Justice ngiragalaw marugul justices Governor Paloy marugul governors Leitor Talay marugul leitor sa regal البك 16 states mal tugo bet el susirgid el mor arbek el adr belaw el ngara blur ngayang el mor hot charigi madire kan ngara ikrel blur belaw el alsils el mosabaril uk da adadu logi ameli diul kida قطرول قدمال دي مريغا سولا ديوسر تيال ملومريغا تال سانديغا دغورامله سوب غارمود الغير لا تغرايولت مملو ديغا سكول and you know one of the good things that tell me that school ang area year round calendar mang gida minister la kasi ayel uk sesel sil sa drut el extender subel 2 days el cover up ayel mlongal sa seda mang dega kadimega adjustment and mora calendar gid and dega moita school di close to teller amle safety ran ang school magada kadamrenga sulera adamrenga sula dios sel uk ayolta Amlem sisi ending laka klol goriol meraba abelwat. Egida adirgal tial el nombre el weekend September 15. En ukle tugubet selsil seletia selsil sel enia ar soldar amrigel giler drablura blileu. Tiang among walogay rak rabol merek tial el magmada drablura blileu. Egida mlo wado olatka raigel tigel betogol tira dirida klangar tir ta medel trui matal tela el adra blura shabal adrigal tal tela ma elon maldart el adra brigel ma betogol tela el dirgal miltamal la badangir kada mamlat kara ayering el tiramlar alsel ma aklangar adar belaw ma dirigal el talmal el mera belwad ma dirigal klangar tir el mil tamal ma mlo dibus el tegid el ongerun magamat kada dirigal eli imlaya tele del dirigal mut el dirigal mo o kotia klolo mul morangel dimle imol adra ablur Australia dirigal milngak langaringi ilmle adra a news ngala ruba kamle Damien Pair mlamra iser rayel tukol siasing lulay raongerun magamat ingang mlav ra blura blileu الملاس من الملا وك الشاسين ما الدادو اللي قلت سير مغمادة من نقل غريرة سبتمبر 17 را 1944 عمره الوسين سيل ونغيرون مغماد ديلو برا وغير رغم لا ميمو أكلول لو سيس أكل كلولو لكات كان مريجيد كذا السيلا ablu ada ngare aklol uldi gole diga damra asula dios ro asika takke en arabudo eliak albulu yagre albulu nding kada ngara michusin government at the same time se dodongalil lo mungela drongala ablu ramrigel ma ablu belaw el erul timer al satarra mang selas tamlani ablu hawar sera onge email bui le la teo mulani le al lo etul bui ra ablur bela e kadar mutruk morea amgil amrigera el almerrak di gida maldimna mrenga sulela atialuk delegation ablur amrigel gingle lo ase bodo reliti al meeting ni gida ablur ablilio mang emreng mal mrenga sulela governor ablur ablilio nia uk mlosel hoster git Mungkin nomor kalau klub sih kata mora ablur ablilio, mungkin mesteri adra ablilio, kalau tu terel al material seli del adra amrigel, les ablu lo hacen ngarayigel niya asoril tira mangatmok edo masing makarata dakala uro la mangela igal blue gida ngaringi الجيرة لا سبق للا بلورام رجال سبق للا بالواض بروز التام إذا مثلا سي مقرات غينا سي جد مر أدرى رجال بلول الموترو اللي أقنارا رجال بلول مويل تمليت رجال تيمرا أدميرال هوفمان أدميرال هوفمان أول جا أمتير تيال جوينت ريجون مارياناس الوالون ورا أرتيال أوك سلوك osngela blura amriger tia kol soldar tia area argid marmle ngariar engineers mar environmentalist mar adar alla dirigal mlay trial tira dirigal partner lo mugid agencies ngar ngula military Guam National Guard selble da saingini best state partnership program tamle lo ko isa igel il mustatlo lo mugid adara NCIS dirigal كده مضاني سيل شورا تي بي ال NCIS تمو سندرا إمورا أدرا NCIS اللي مرا مو ستيشنر بيلاو دريغل OSI سيلوك برانشرا انفستيجيشنرا اير فورس of course مر أدرا كوست جارد كذا ملو أو مثلو أسي مغراد لوت سميسية تورا سيل كلغرنجي لا بالواض كده مضاني سيا ترى تاب برايورتي ريدل دولو متري لغيرا تورا دراكس من ديغادي التورا تريننج كذا سي ناميل دريغل غانيا يمورير مر ادري نارتيالو نسيورجي درا سبق كلل تيال بلو ما اوف كورس تو نسيورجي درا بيليس مو نسيورجي درا دريغل لو مسيغال بورتر اوف انتري دا بورتر ناملا ما ايربورت اسي مغرا دروت مليسي دول غباي قال يا ام كيتل كلالو المسويس برا سيلا بلور بيلاو دريغل غانيا أدرى لا بلا المول مسا أي جي دريغ الهلبر أو توتلا على الأوت كده عم دنيل واسيا تيال لوريور معروف ان دلويل اللي جدلهم جيلا بلور امريكا جيلا تقرا كامباكت او لمورا 1994 يا مال تيل تقوا سيل وال كدم سا لما تيلا بلور امريكا لو با اكليسيه درا اكل غرنيل ما ادري لو اوتنكلل اني دي البلور مسويس برا بلور بلا جيلا تقرا قل سولداو من سيل بلولو ليسي إرنيل تقوى أدم أمريكا سيل نارتياتو أسي كمية بارترا هوملاند مسيل دمورا كلغرجيل ملوبن سابا كلا بلور بلاو إنغر إلا أمريكا منغار رجيد تينيلا بريزيدنت ريغان أسي غدا فاميلي غمرا لو أسي أوي بدأ أسي بيبرا تايمي مو كلوسي بكرينغار بلور أسي تيال كل سولدار بلور أمريكا إنغار بلور بلا لا أولي غدم لامو مرة تارجت ولا قضوا بايو أول أرام غماد مالهم ولديك المرا بالواث دي كده مالهم مرة سل تقول واسيا أباي تسمسيسي الغريا ويل سل باكل قضوا بايو تنقليا مالهم قضوا prevent رات إلا لام غماد ملاي مال ديوا مقتقر البوليس أول التغاري عملاس ملون غصون سرادان غرينا نديق المقتقر تيرا أقول البوكلود الغرير من أختي سوغل مشير سيدة مال كورس أمريكا سولار درام رجال را سيلوك غرالير المسابقة آخر جد أمريكا سولير تريال بتقول سولدا البويجر بيلاو مارغبير بيلاو التيرا منا أتوني تقلنا ارتير المو بارترا سولدارا أبلور أمريكان عندي كده مراسي كده ده كل سولدار جد بارترا هيلبرا سبق كليل تيال الفريدم رجيد ديرغل تيال ميتينغ ملو تقتلي ملو سادا يلتيرا ديرغل سوري مرور سولداو كده مدنيا سي اوردي غاريا اوريريل جيرل امت مقللا ايربورت ترابلو رابليليو madriga lomot maklela tial porter gidra ngamala al mo extenderingi mo mruringin mo o klol mo se lortaga ma klol dial degal dil military ma private mang to trail se lon tri adram brigela to se na mo time el drula yel mo national port ma national airport mal se dal magal el girela joint use el se la ablura ambrigel hospital of course el medillir masko girtir but at the same time gid mendrigal se adro hospital girela ukka ogot pel ma ogurule la geizar gid edik lutro qora di mom qataklin sel الميتين رجيد لو مجيلا كورت كامبل ارسل هذا برا تونغا لو اي سرجيد الجيرال سيل لوي المليون النيا ممسكيدا بلور امريكان ديغل بارت رقم باكت موال سيدرو سن كامبلاك بلاس ترى عملت تغير سير هذا نغشي رقم باكت تريال هذا امريكا لا سي كذا هذا برا يجي روغول لو سيل موا كلونغلا adabela ablur belau em comparing maklung la adabela ablura FSM em marklo adabela FSM abelau amal gigari sel dungul mura ildo israraf em mal togar adal kira FSM em mal magasar adal el kira ablur belau mesel logo si los perin adram brieta se con usel klung la udo de ngul dividing a square mile con usel klung la udo de dividir a do israraf متديلو رجيد رسل تام راسي مان لانغلاق لايجل كميام لانغلاق لايجل بيبي رابلو تبلو الملغورا مينستير دي سي ديغال ستوبر غامباقتا دي بارتر تيال دورونين دي ديغال ستوبر رجيد را بيبي رانيس ولا غورغميو مقتولي سيلن تيال 20 مليون اول اوتيل سيجيد الكوميتمنت راسي ديغال ستوبا اديشنال نيس ولا مريجيد مثل المقتقر سيل 20 مليون امرا المليسي را ريزيلينس رجيد مليسيرا بريزيلان سريدا من موديغدا تقريبا غوصنا سيسل بريدلا ابلال سلجيدا البانغري جيدا مدا ستيال تقرا بنشنا ابلال سل البانغري وال بس كده تعلم من تريب السيدرو تري لاسبايل سيسل ودودات المطمق لا يل غط الغط مجيل ما غدو مرال واسع ترى يل غط الغط مجيل هيلدر ادر بيلاو مغرادو دول مول من لون غصون سايجيني يجيدا التوب دلودو من قدمنا بروبوزل مرة أدرا سينات ما هاوس ولا سيل 3 مليون ملقيت مويتين يجري لا بنشن بدو تغان النقول مرة بلارا هاواي لسيل دنقول مرة بلارا هاواي تيانغران رولي نقول غصون سيل جيد التوب درني الجيرا أو غرور سيل أبلور بلا لقيت أم ده البوريا بلارا هاواي البول بتوغر آدل المرة غرور هاواي إنغوس الديتادا اللي سيل برا غرور هاواي البرا أيجل الغرور هاواي تريبلر إسي ديتادا الغرور من غوس غسي سيل دول توب دنيرا HCF تال إنشورانس رجيد موسيل بتوغر آدل مرة غرور بيبرا غرور لوسبيري تغرا أمريكا لوسبيري هذا كورت كامبل متيادر أمريكا هسه كمان سامل هيلب برغميو البيلد resilience هسه ما يجيل أني سيل ودوديو لوت السيلهم دويس الموت السيل provider أو السيرفيس المرة إذا نقصن سيا أبلال سم البانغريرا future من كذا ممرار إلى الويكند المرة بلور أمريكا ممس represent بايدن تبلو التوي هذا الموت مملسي تيال تور تيال 20 مليون تريغل نغني تيال مينستر يدرا مينستر أودوي الموسعين سيل ال FPSA سيل Federal Programs and Services Agreement دريغل أدغارا UNGA دريغل موسعد مسا President Biden موسعد دريغل ساين سيل Peace Corps Agreement لما جيل مريدرا Peace Corps أدغار سين دريغل مريات الليل المددو الجيل الاتقوا هيجل جدا بلو المساعد تال BBNJ هذا الموترول اللي تيال بلو قدم له فرصة راتيفاي هذا الموترول دوب هيجل بلو اسم راتيفاي تال BBNJ إذا رجال al mutum lisir aurera del gira la unlocking Pacific Blue Prosperity diregal mal lisir aurera del gira la tora audo del gira la climate change. So kada motivo será next week di kada mal dimong el mutel mea doral mega di mestobra Taiwan el dalel sel group el dirigam lar belau investors rablura a Taiwan kada mo sing World Taiwanese Chamber of Commerce amo mitra kaushung ra Taiwan trigger el adra igal tigali el overseas Taiwanese nga igal bekel blue abroad amo mit rablura Taiwan a Minister Lin ma President Lai amle invite trigger den mol dimo deliver agora di statement el entire investment ra Taiwanese el trigger la top da Taiwan al moregal be investor se bem investor rablur belo mang minister matur and myself among al mo present invite investment re taisel del dul gorin mortir oy beto kay gal nges ura stimulus mangarang am ding gira del continued partner em lisire ga agaizargit and we need Taiwanese investment rablur belo magada dirigam bana sulir telte al it will be here for Independence Day celebrations magidi the sulang Balungin by the open all get la guerre mangere mo the for updates.
Tutay presidente Minister Uduy, Minister Palau, Minister Patu, Minister Aitarom, Chief of Staff. Presidente kadir ka kamlo gimti alda amra President Biden. So of course siya mo pa tial ti prima dir mo sa ingat tel FPSA agreement di selwa mi Biden ang ra ko mo all siya mo ka this year siya gid.
Dia gumra lo setiamo mangwang walong edel time el Dimitra President Biden. Gumra lo sea sel el cloud to trail bodo dangalia ablur amrigela gumra lo se tanao nama la swal wa se a Pacific especially gal balwat amar cloud to trail mor ablur amrigel mang aigel dolmol mal adudu gid mar adram amrigel wa se dolmol mal gainga sew legida we're partners dolmol mal gainga sew dilera do modo dorin wa se degal dil tora a security ra blur amrigel degal yed masadra economic security ra ablumam mang ayagid el programs el tel economic assistance package ra rampakta a demonstration or sayid el commitment ra blur amrigel milisi ra sel economic resilience ergid din degal stober say of course temla gongel wa se temut miskida 20 million gira la a pension dirigam la gongel wa se bodong do te gadal mutel re-emphasize the importance of legal issues of climate change hospital mal ngara balingel sayid el toy temla sender sel first el team el may direl al bul musadra feasibility study hospital din direl wal ngari commitment ramrigel wa se temol ngo sergit rator hospital outside ra compact mang cloud to trela dongo dura amrigel emphasize sel wa se gida causa lei agim de sengani hospital port ngani hospital airport aiga adolisi el klungya la aigora ablur amrigel ndi klungya la direl mergamam klungya osa baklela blumam direl smisi ay izara blumam mang cloud to trela dolmol lisi ay kadirel الصادر الدرجة سميسي سيلتو أسين we want US investment ترابلور بلا and تيان هذول مول لوني ترتيرا سي لولي سيريم so that's one of the things السرقي ما دوغا ما كورت كامبل تونغا واسي maybe we can have some meetings from like investment firms and ourselves help pertin and تايسل تين مرابلور بلا ترى يجي أسيل DFC سموه سي Development Finance Corporation سيسال والأمر أمريكا الجيل والغارنتيا يجد الشوبر أمريكا سيل لبورا أيكرل أبلور أمريكا أري أوريول ملاس ملوسي siruk podo hay ingam inde kadam mutter sell list matara dolu na se dim dem ko ngar sell list wase ay gattara yel blue encourage US investment mo tara ay gel giredal malmol mal milisi ringil togolen degal bigoso kadam lamo hay ingam nam degal wil investor blue belo giral malmol mayal investment mo kadon tertil opener se gidel te al we have big US companies al sela blue belo United atani. We want to encourage United to expand el mutro me sege rogulte al seran mengele Dan Weisra last year March kadulungi tigase open a direct flight ra blue ra shabal mera blue belo we're still asking them look at other options magram help programam expand ra tourism programam diversify ra tourism programam ela kadim stopper sempre la flight tel mura Singapore. I mean United should direct lo mesel belo can it be a hub looking alak traigel lorulo. So, Hawaiian Airlines, Alaska Airlines. We also want to invite them. Washington, FedEx. Let's bring a FedEx hub here. We have to build the infrastructure. We have to partner together. New York. The President Biden, Matimria, the Lutel, government investment, but also private sector investment. Sulang.
Just to put social media, mo trabida Biden ang morning na New York at Washington DC.
New York. Of course, Biden is there for the UNGA. Of course, Tigal, Bebira President, Bebira Blanc Arsem, it's a good opportunity to meet people. Dirigal the bong alchung ngaria gidriga arrange a schedule di tara dirigal bodam singa. Of course, Prime Minister Kishida, he'll be there in New York. The touch base rabugira yelok. Kita makal mga mokla or ding ngorera yagidele dengi di kadamna mutumna asulel girela minato basi aurion maran mel girela igel 12 miles ra baibra asbestos ra sera blue roll el girel gat magil best fishing port madrigal tora otek aga dol mol mal malisi and we hope to continue.
So, Presidente, so my question is about that $20 million. So, because ako ta question say sel ludaw ng nakalo-spare appropriation ng US Congress. One. Number two, say nakakakurang sa musyo kalukadi confirmation na call. So, sel $20 million al May. Ya blue bela girel mo gut maklil ako ra initiative and this is what I heard maybe si Emil magal wase kada mo gut bela mo ulam kara ADB el gut maklil la el migrate from defined benefits el mara defined contribution and mo si el gut makli say gid kita mo si el to diesel udaw si Emil say something about that.
Dia kita dimdingil lo se tara kotem katatal albanglet a pension plan. Kadamla it needs reform. Ding bebira time mbering rigida make a reform leng opting le obrado del morara. Matial 20 million hopefully help rigidel reduce yourself opting lo bring a reform that's required. Mang tial tora reform pension, ma reform SS, ma reform tax code rigid. Ayam le parte tial $100 million loan el dingilura a ADB emat moklo. Masel sol mesam rigel. Gido tirak la yel blad telbil el bladrul wase. Kadana reform tax masel la umre. Di mota reform pension le kom le kamit el momruri et tegi dange suli bas kamil helper kamil gut makli tial toy. Malakal salmo obrade opting el morarat. Mang segida, I mean that's the direction. Mang yes, grant and merigid to algun maskid. Did expect it was say we're going to do those reforms. And based on good faith, understanding. Remember, ali atiging la. I mean, self signing il agreement present to review edriga binding. I say, alsuma ADB, IMF, World Bank, Economic Advisory Group. Mega economic recommendations. Ede ka mo tirak. Imbay nga ngariat tele lablo ramregel el holder atel aiger compact funding. Mang kadunga 20 million because I think Amrila is not going to hold it back. ito na sa kadospering. Dito mo remind dito kasi ali a commitment kami. Most importantly tigadi solo nga sor gid nga sir other belaw. Mo tirak layel dilong. Basta ko mamangat mok. Kom dilo asa ko mamangat mok. Dia kada dunga rule ukt mem do change mo dia bodo rule kada do tirak le tamdena se e gawil gid other belaw.
The one more question ra putam sa kalik sa kailangan nga ra lilani. So minister, I understand there was a EAG, eganim kayo si kupel, limiter belaw. Si abal ko na di daytay ka briefer kita on what was discussed, or did they produce any statement after the meeting was done that you can share with us? Sulang.
Thank you, Contes. It's been a busy 2 weeks for us, the Ministry of Finance. Earlier, we had a visit from the consultants that were visiting to update the numbers and discuss the way forward for the pension plan. Callan Consulting is the firm that we have been working with for both the Social Security reform as well as the pension plan reform, assisted by some other economists. As you know, Callan Consulting is more of an actuary. They do consulting work for pensions and provident funds. We also are involving economists in the process of doing these reforms. So we were fortunate that there was an overlap with the consultants from the pension plan project. And by the way, we are expecting towards the end of the year to be able to have a draft of a proposal for Congress to consider. But they were also able to meet with our EAG team when they arrived. Of course, you remember I'm also part of the team, so the group met in Palau, as it has for the past 3 years. This visit specifically was significant because it was the first time that the EAG met under the new review agreement, under the 30th review agreement, which was approved by Congress of the United States in March of this year. So this was kind of technically their first visit under the new structure of the agreement. And that is slightly different from the previous agreement, which was written more to review progress on reforms. Now the group is focused on assisting Palau to develop economically and otherwise. So this was a lot of our discussion last week. We talked about with the consultants for the pension. They also met with pension plan officials. They met with our people from the ministry. They were able to meet with other ministers, such as Minister Orbalau. Fortunately, the education people were not available, but we are continuously communicating with the education sector. This particular visit, we had a very good discussion with Dr. Tele from the college, and I mean, the general feedback that we're getting from the economist, and this is shared in their second report. The third report will be shared sometime towards the end of the year to the new year in preparation for the annual consultation. But we did have discussions on the second report, which we also discussed with the Congress before they had left. So generally, the feedback is very positive. We are doing very well. They highlighted several areas that they are very positive about, including tax reform. And any reservations they would have are actually on making sure that Palau is being responsible in spending, you could say, a windfall of the money that we've been receiving both from the new compact agreement with the United States as well as our success with tax reform. They are seeing that the reform, which is not just for raising revenue, but also supporting those most in need because of the increased cost, mostly which is imported from outside. The inflation is mostly imported from outside. Palau has been able to make a difference in raising wages, both for the government and for the private sector, which will appear a little bit later in the numbers, as well as provide the social support that we have been doing. And the numbers are very clear that these are helping people. And hopefully, if we do enough of these reforms, we can impact the change that we're hoping for, including bringing people back from Palau, making Palau a better place to be, increasing opportunity. These were some of the comments that were being discussed in the meeting, and I think you will find those very clearly in the next report. So unfortunately, we didn't have a chance to meet with the media, but their visit was a bit tight. Some of them are traveling from very far away, and they're senior citizen people, so we can't push them too hard. But they were very excited by their visit and had a very positive feedback. We thought the arrangements this year were done very well, so they were able to get even more feedback from the community about what was happening. So I mean that was our impression, and once we are able to get some feedback for you, I'll make sure I share that with you. Thank you.
Can I just make one comment about the Economic Advisory Group? قلت مرة مرينا سولة لا أبلو رامريجل الجوني الفاندر تيال group. كذا عمرها تقولوا we should use experts. كذا عملنا التنقل Dr. Yoshina ضدنا saying he's the #1 Japanese economist at that time. إذا قمنا say of course Jamie Galbraith the chairman of the group Gamra Lisel economist of course ngara UT Austin ngara Lyndon Johnson School of I think economics and public administration mga kada man nga sulil tira kongil basically they're volunteering for free to the conventional meeting I think we should also commend them lang emral na sel dong da durtir emral ngari sel ase kada help really transform it changing a nation and say got lungil toy akora tingwa ok cherangal Jamie Galbraith of course adamal John Kenneth Galbraith amne ulbang gather sel la dorura constitution or gid madang negotiate ra compacta and one of the things that John Galbraith recommended was a compact should have an inflation adjustment in it. And it so happens that 30 years later, and because we have this Economic Advisory Group, in the end, the compact, they agreed to that principle. Maula every year, mas aigel without the dollar 20 million to 20.4 million. Sel assistance, maigel maintenance, maigel, mas because there's the principle. So, close to Trabodon as a trial economist, male, really, they're here to help us, guide us. Ultimately, the decision is ours. They're giving us valuable information that can help us guide us into the future.
Objective information.
Objective information. Adilungil bring up. Ako meseng malkloa misinformation marahin. Especially sa dungura omsodela a PGST. It's a mal simple altoyen. Example Island Times ngulang artiang misreklaya kamle printer igagi dele graph ngara newspaper. I say paid for? There's nothing here that said it's paid. Oh, okay. Seldom missing around the legitimate news. First part was a tax reform that shifts the burden of consumers and lots of business pay close to nothing. And hindi ka ligang, hindi as a newspaper, if it doesn't say it's a paid for advertisement, ngora say, okay, this is maybe some legitimate government report. Hindi tiya, I mean, you look at it, it's propaganda. Misleading information. Gida ruga amdenge, say, there's been numerous reports. A problem in a tax system before is big businesses never paid a business profit tax. They never paid it. It's a new tax. What they did pay before was a gross revenue tax and an import tax. Report was a PGST replaces gross revenue and import tax, which was a tax on the consumer. PGST is also a tax on the consumer. So, ngira dal al taklil was a tablol kakaro sul tukado sa as a newspaper. I think it's ngilom da se al paid advertisement, and who's advertising it? The other sound ko sa tamle advertising. Ngayang klila amle advertise.
Yes.
I mean
It should have been there. That's
yeah. So who was the advertiser?
that's a paid for advertisement from the. Should I even say this? It's a paid advertisement from Ramang Saurong campaign.
Okay,
trails.
and that's fine. So that's what it should say. Maradam say, campaign propaganda. It's not based on any economic report or any data. It's just based.
Yeah, we should have put a
Yeah,
paid ad on the bottom.
yeah,
That's
well,
okay.
I think. Yeah, maybe Minister Angani ako comment.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. President, and thanks for bringing that up. You know, this particular article is misleading in many different ways. One, as the President just confirmed with you, is that this is an advertisement. It's not statistical data, although it may be derived from some reports that we have been giving to the public and to our leaders in Congress. Unfortunately, I don't have Director Ikeda with me today. He's in a meeting in Vanuatu with the Pacific tax administrators working on improving our services. But one of the things that I was hoping to do very soon, and it's taking us a little longer, is to go out publicly and start sharing information in a way that's more easily consumable by the public. So it's unfortunate that the discussion regarding tax reform is being done in this particular fashion because it's very one-sided, and it's misinforming the general public about what is the plan for fiscal reform, tax reform for the Republic, and why. So, you know, one of the key reform plans for tax reform has always been to improve the system of collecting taxes. In tax policy, you want to have the most efficient and effective way of collecting taxes. But when you have certain types of taxes that fit our economy, like the PGST or VAT system, you also have to recognize that certain people will be affected more than others. So there is a general good that is achieved by the tax on several different levels, but the impact needs to be considered. And those are what we have done that is not directly shown in the numbers. So the people who are most affected in Palau are supported very strongly, partly because we do have a strong tax system. And we do receive the tax refund, for instance, the additional support for those people making under 30,000, above 15,000, the child subsidy, the lifeline subsidy for electric bills, the water subsidy, and the sewer subsidy, and the just general, if you are a residential user of utilities, you do receive the benefit from that. Those things, plus all the other services that people are demanding. You want to stop drugs. You want people to have better health care. You want people to get a better education. You want more scholarships. You know, these are all things that have to be funded by the government, and we cannot afford it, especially under our old tax system. Our new tax system shifts the burden, and it shifts it to those who were not paying before, and mostly those are foreign businesses. So, I mean, the information that is shared really ignores a lot of these truths that are facts, and we are getting information on now. In Director Ikeda's report to Senator Mengasao, he had submitted a request for specific information, especially with regards to larger businesses. You know, we wanted to express to him that these larger businesses are paying taxes for the first time. There was never a profits tax, meaning individuals were paying taxes on their income and businesses were not. Now we are. That is more fair. And the businesses who are paying, they all pay the same because it's a percentage of their income, not percentage of their gross. And it allows businesses to have a different cost structure to benefit, which is something we want. We want business sector to grow so that they can hire more people, and people have another opportunity to not just work for the government. There are a lot of people out there, especially living abroad, that want to do that. You know, earlier we were talking about the press and how we could have more sports reporters. Well, yeah, if we have enough money to support the new industries like fintech and esports, then these will generate additional jobs in other sectors such as the media. So I think it's important that you know, we are providing the necessary information in a way that's clear and not skewed to push a particular point that was presented from the beginning as the plan for tax reform. So you know, we will continue to put out the information and share it with the media so you can put out a government release and not a paid advertisement. We're happy to pay for it, though.
And the other thing that LLCs, based on your article, it looks like an article in there. A Palau High School teacher decided to have a test, and it's called Taxing Citizens Test. And this is the heading of it. It says, tax reform that shifts the burden to consumers and lets big businesses pay less. This is a test this morning in Palau High School that a student took a picture of that has all the questions based on that paid advertisement. So that's why it's so important as reporters that you say it's a paid advertisement. Adi hindi sa mo takli kada kay nga sew because I think close to tila labado ni. Kada lang mo say sell graph from Lara Alcel Island Times imsula lo ay so say it's a paid for advertisement pa irang masaw campaign. Hindi elal tuta Palau High School ang ari sensel ngiluti al graph for me rule a test. El morana ka school say kada mo niya say ang taxing citizens test. Economics class ang anak Itial al test o sea a tax reform lamal team lamal klor tax al harari al consumers asyoba lamal gigrel tax al harari. Ikita naman sa tiablula kalto. Hindi to missing in a newspaper. Unfortunately, in sense, I'm not more rely on newspaper. I think tax office and corrected information. So we have to. So I think that's important for all of us. Sula. Tiamal dir gamlay maula kung ang ulang mga kapirti test mo mga nasa.
Madam President, it's a standard. It should be have been on the paid for advertisement. The questions regarding the lumrole malmora marigera el weekend. Last press conference was Vice President Tamoki versus UNGA remarks. Is that going to happen? Alube.
Semoriul.
Semoriul.
Nagsektor na New York ang ukmon magibra. Ay marang. Ndiriga melamol meseuk again they are scheduling. I wasn't planning on going. Mambral waisi. Di because around till President Biden matial igadwase. Tial dalwili gida close to tell. Pero campaign mamda ile gida mor rulangar aledum. Sula.
Solar cell information. The question ng Kamara Minister ngiday kumesra schedule kami next week and you guys are going to be mal tight schedule kami ngani isel one event tara ang 29 you have 28 kaya masilbela and so many other sa mal kwadin mo to ka explain ay kaya mal to ka kwadin since ang mal kwa full schedule and how do people get to participate ngara ko who are the people to go to in case there's any questions of these events.
So lale malungit to tar mar adrogoy events sergith the 30th anniversary ra balur belo mungidrogoy celebrate ratanjo birgit ma actually tawlumu ursera Sunday sel 80th anniversary ra dablon gira blilio semle gora kick off agid events momu ragid le sel September 24 ma 26 Palau Leadership Softball Tournament. Segura tournament loban tiragal executive branch maya tiragal sa leader diplomatic corps. Edregam lamo involve adra Chamber of Commerce. Matigal gora NGO so sorin motmak. Gora kada malas malolda ka igal ka karos al adra blue. Gora monia igal softball tournament. Agid le diregal sel guk sabadong ra September 28 ang morning sel opening sel Office of Pacific Ocean Commission el lesorin merbela mo ogora wal bali sagid el office el momura el moklo ra Palau Pacific Resort sagid el Sunday sel gora wal all annual main events sagid el ngani sel boat race di erangla committee amlomes ngani akaros al adam nelngit memorable part segid el celebration on Sunday mongomu ra 5:30 am ra ay say the morning sel cycling challenge se ngani longra ngia alia asano magelam el ngani other outside my local participants lomu re ungela di ra ay say etablo race tergal amral qoram sisi abutingi de kambes le tergat to drairai emrai lo despadal momliwek rakoksai etelgib almaral budulay bobang el mut el memlo odringira ayung ladid et selgu kongerul team akuk tergal susul to drairai emomliwek all the way mora aku alak alwid mora ngurang emrol mut emliwek ku koguyuk el memlo odringira di demang seguid el event tamomura aymaklog matedob Diregal ngani sel day market se mura ay side lo mura 8 am all day event el mobangela may fadregal soril celebrate our World Food Day morminga karos el gora display ra gora kalma ungela didra se mura gora side ra 3 o'clock diregal tiamral pakte leilani Mesel guk tergel ngara miun sel gora betokol mgigerel ngal gerbelau tergel nani telil mrashabal sera palm atale bomekal palm tergel soril mo display gegi del gora sailing activities tir monia gerel racer sel le waiting house ra gora side tergel momrur segi del mo ra eklog matedo mo tri mataklog emrogong ya malmal tel swelb etuk take over tergel sel gora main event tergel soril mo race kal bogrur tel bilas ese moringira malmal tel swelb e bal mongara e maklok e morgo sel bol Monday eng moringi tel 31st masil Palau conference se moringira bara mayong el focus tira ngara tokora health masel a plan ra abilung material maasa sel liker lagi dele amayong tele gora outdoor space amoringi a Minister of Health Minister of MAIF ma kamamra HRCTV moringi ka karusel booth le vision abilung mong si edel sel dabo ko gora era boda sisbra sel main plenary en gora si edel maray lo mesa ka karusel tretere la health ma tretere la gal gora mle focus educate tergid become more healthy مرغون ngomul la conference segid le eklo kala tutau el mo kabising morning el formal dinner makora the seal nganing ngal kashabal el me bilung amle invite ringin mo perform edire kal ngarinya klol group ratay wang president el me last check namok me dalang ara ogol milson mo ogwid el af amel mo party celebration mar adrang loy katinga del meeting ngel es el minister council of indigenous people ngel minister paro da gup nombre gatembel ngabe es el mel dinger gid ma dire kal angania agora klo activity together Taiwan ning dire kal angania agora ngeso maswal momrura a museum selamay dire kal social time en dire kal guk youth amle soril guk mrura agora get together tir jam fest agora celebrated dire kal artist over the years el dire kal agora mo social time ng sige el sils every year aguk sel October 1st arogol festivities amora Capitol ekadam la nguaklol tenton ngul momergir sel belngela tial grounds ra Capitol el neul da swak mo kadam garange arogol activity concentrated ra el sol emol space mongir otrul mongir agora tokora bol mingitayang ta ngani aklol committee trigel technical committee regal state government sel notmak agora tilbil mongar tetelela arrangement ra alsel gidre gal mornya te lamal mitra governors matamle approve agel rogul goram le plans ma rogul events amor alsel say nindakadil say indire gal ngani tablol organization ren collective magidle Dave Terge youth-led organizations el soril mo display agora art tir ma agora sunga magel agora all tet mungra agora impression tir tial 30 years diregal mornya essay contest el orornya Ministry of Education engel mo katser segi el event mo mungui wer segi del essay ngi selguk ren collective gambesa tedregal tara youth led organization el sorin momru agora gegrel el event tira el mora Capitol el mingidra youth rogul mogora masao de gel gukra issues tir ma osingil girir talo de rak mong amle gora uldas vertial el OBF el Iraq ma Independence Day presidenta experience el ergid el mlara a FESPAC mukadam garang ermu la gora garos el events maside events mangklo gora osengera adrablu ya gotol klol partner ngi kadam le invited trigger rogul expert ra fielder tir monier adal sakta prayer mar malasa mar trigel basically trigel mar mangaus mentirgel mara FESPAC agora amlel dosak mong morning agora kagros el areas el trail gora inspire all you der talas len gadblo all masao dara culture gid mong sual mol ngwemd ma kadam kada ndagadi dosa da sports kadam lasam el holistic approach maigi rogul tlang tingila asyugang maklibel orgid adolas mul display mlar tirgel experts rogui ma altar ngal galmrael mangalak masaad al masak tapre raguk mo inspire de moswal gora amru sa gidal art malubong usunga marula itabori tay segida gora pact ngomura next week all the way mo October 1st ko gora maldi mo masang mang kumsulang
sulang minister di one last question mga president ngani gel Comme le mentionné, la Sénégal del tokol support tra Miguel el mera Palau, including other la mga seora obviously HE, maybe some people from NCIS, la kalwida comme le mentioned before, la Sénégal other FBI, tirgat to provide that advice, expert advice and mer other American wale sebla police malbong lawyer aluwet actually to toro lobangela egal agency sergi dara adini specific
So a lot of them are just consultants, advisors. Legam de was tiga de employer government travelur belau. maulan dekal siil directly temo involved. Di siil help pergidan dekal siil mrula actually mol arrestra ma yedal siil mrun. Din siil help per guide and make sure that we follow the processes and do it the most effective and best way possible. Mang kada taramle ada dura eli lamtra military says there's some way it somehow while partra atimrigit. How do we do that? Basically, you would have to government they would have to give us some kind of grant. You get a higher team more employee the tiram usil fully mrula like the lura. Right now the employee more abalum. That's why they have to serve as an advisor or a partner wa diomes and then they can separate actually arrest malubutum like that would be outsiders yang ngarali. They can see in more court for example yang tutak but still help. Oh, and then they can both prosecute guys. Sige da. So.
Last question ang kalagor kawe Minister Palau. There kam lomerek sel klol held regional health conference ra abelawe lakalwi datara klol atu amlar se to era NCD insem lwadi meskita ora brief outcome ra kami ra meeting kami.
So lang malungil question like oy kada congratulate sel Pacific Basin Medical Association el tiram lo sabil host ra got el in person meeting since the pandemic. So sel PBMA kakarow sel belura igal USAPI for example lalra since nganing lanir Palau Medical Society am le host tir tiga omsen tir toktang ma baby ra healthcare professionals agagi del 6 el USAPIs oy awan ra klol agenda item tira NCD ma direct workforce theme tira through lens ra one health approach ato tingilo sa the giredal consider health ra at ma direct arm animal health ma environment so a process el polo giungi tamamru ra resolutions el recommendations tir le tirgaya mrut raurior tirgaya omes rasme re tiria omes situation ra avec sins ra relir ra igal kakarusel bulu matmok lagi gidal resolutions e ku koldurok kol morsel PHOA sel Pacific Island Health Officers Association el ngia kuk health leadership ra igal 6 el USAPIs mosabil ku consider as national regional priorities. Mang excited al kuk sitting president ra PHOA al mangilagay gidal resolutions lo mesel wasem makaradol ng sertir igel lospe ma igel policy support lospe ra tora NCD ma igel restal na ra agenda ti direct kung telte alok kuay sel wasegda lo sa pedal host ra ngel regional director ra Western Pacific ra WHO Dr. Saya Mau Piukala hanggang kotel adra Pacific el ngutial drual el mongara ra tial regional dangarangil kuk Western Pacific selak alwithin 37 el belura Asia Pacific angara al sel el region igarogul belura Pacific direklul dimuk ra belura Shabal ma South Korea ma Sina ma Huriping ma Vietnam Cambodia patokol belura Southeast Asia lul dimuk ra Pacific angara sa gidal region lungra ningin kay gidal Dr. Piukala mangga mal impressed development ra belur Palau mlasa mal tour hospital direct mal impressed ra igal patokol bekpateng ila services available ra hospital git el mura mal gagdel population tokunit to ra MRI ma hyperbaric chamber ma direct to ra hemodialysis although tingil waseng mal it's a costly service to offer el diakal bekkel belura Pacific ang ania hemodialysis direct kalmo niya te alam mura malgayok elementary school or eli el no observer cell school health screening mandirek kalmal impressed ra segi del screening al dongut mokring ira galbekal school complete el comprehensive screening el ngara dental el mora psychosocial issues direct kalmal lo tmerung lo mesara mesawum ra school o mese lo sebe el mes lo se ngungila agaliran ng school de kalwang ramong le toka processed foods ma arwa hotdog ma luncheon meat ma rangal ka di mali maral ba el policies el plan implement over the years el malas mrura ablungura school mo o healthy mangge ngatyar el alwi ke mumrera ongim lurior di so far mal nakamit ra kuk support ra WHO mera dagadil Palau but North Pacific region direct kalmle announce lo sesel regional office sub-regional office ra WHO based ra FSM while blal upgrade ngil mo WHO representative ang aringi mandia ka tutelel bo the through ra office ra suval mal roid Palau in order to reach Manila. So it only makes sense lo sense el ngani segid more direct access el more a regional office ra Manila through a representative nga ra FSM direct kalgora mal lomadang litial accessibility ra belal mora ahuriping kalgora direct lomdas se hopefully in the future sil consider abay muluk kursel el regional office el mera blue belaw so kita ko ra bebir dadak lurior lo bangger el alwik qadat merungud el nosab edel host ringil maldim lemle edel ngo office ya bela tara yel belura within the 37 member states el bel visit ra ringi maqada mrenga sulel gidel say hadi last el suqal duli leya qadam ngi senguk lamonia problem ra ba hospital منشاد لو أيسر أدرى بلول وسين غنيا mitigation plan البلادغت مكلي ما تسو من هذا مونيوين please expect أبيبيرا changes راقوك تتلل سلبو the new ying تقوني أقل سلاق دولا بأقل outside المي مونيا designated الباشول ترجل قوك attendant رسمي رامورني أمور قد ملاسم الغين سيول el decrease seguido el guk tele la viable so is para building kada mendengel la se egal maral melbuil mo klo construction work ma ngarang ra hospital mo da diolingit tra bekla adra se da tolmol mel kainga seu leng agumda sem blur bela rogil ngania a rat problem ringin ding maral degal gidel el clot problem hospital mo kada diolingit tra adra blur la se selemel ngania gidel changes da utagang el mungul da kainga seu gidel sei
Sula ministra nera tela kalmo visit edim la gudang ilo se la pura medical ward ngani tel haichul sel bon brega der amor al sel makin lak mulung ra bula gal mo kase gal ba bal adri gal tmu la bula gal gal magurang so se model haicho mrugo sel bon brega der et mora ngodol basho le bibrata mesel simra baktor medri gal open mtiabo kunga gal lo yang expectation they will to I think we have so it's a really close to tell the helper other ablu la setia has to be a joint effort simra gira el simra agala da gal gira el diberbadi la ya ola abab el masawi sumu margira dal it should be a safe and sanitary place and that starts by making sure ay gal gal gid ola bal masawi ma gal gal there marogui are disposed properly da gal angara ay gal agal abab el me sula minister udui.
Thank you, Mr. President. Just want to update the media and the public. You know, Palau has always had a very strong reputation for fiscal discipline and responsible fiscal management. One of our challenges resulting from the impacts of COVID has been a delay in our audit reports. While we continue to provide regular reports on our finances and our implementation of our budgets, the grants that we receive, unfortunately, we were not able to get the external auditor hired and brought in and have them perform their work under contract. The update is that we have received a financial report from our auditor for FY21. We are awaiting the report on internal controls. That is the second part of the audit. We expect that this week, and we hope to be issuing the final report for FY21 very soon. Last week, I also signed the contract with the successful bidder, which turned out to be Ernst & Young. And they are contracted now to start on the audits from FY22 to FY24. So once we conclude FY21, the Treasury is ready to submit all the information for 22. We expect about 6 months for them to complete the audit for FY22, and then we give them the information for FY23 and so forth. So we expect by the end of next year to have caught up with our audits. We don't expect much in the way of question cost or modified opinion, but we do expect that there may be some internal control challenges related to the COVID money that came into Palau that's very well televised and reported in the media. So these are what our expectations are going forward, and the public should be reassured that we are continuing to report on a regular basis to the leadership on the execution of the budgets and implementation of grants. But this is very good news that we've been able to start getting our audit reports out starting this year. Thank you.
Prime Minister was igal audit report ngaramong they were able to be up to date. Maulang clock tomra igal model blue lobangyat. Blue Rambrigel, Blue Taiwan. Sedrigal stop. Se Clomer Tira Drigamon. To understand there was really 3 events that happened. Got Kadam let change a self financial management system read. Kadam laram util system transfer maram unis. Ongeru COVID. Ongede self auditing firm el Deloitte and Tusha amlodiach emlamria replacement el Ernst & Young. I gave the Kildel Toya. I gave them understand there was a self-audit 2020 was delayed because of that. Audit 2020 until 2023. The Ministry of Finance is trying to do everything and it'll catch up. Material, aulang dega amrigla. Ani say requirement there was a 1 year after ingirel to the audit, but they're fully aware and they're fully on board. They're all stop angidil financial assistance le sel multilateral self financial report tergidel dol top every quarter. It's always done ahead of time. It's a internal documentary. I get the level financial statement. So, other financial, even though auditors are amazed and they had issues because of COVID, a change their auditing firm, vessel system, they get internal financial reports together are on time. And we hope to have the audits done soon. So,
thank you, Mr. President. And just to say that we are not just trying to get back to where we were. We're trying to move forward and improve our system so that our reporting will be even stronger. So we look forward to those improvements in the near future.
Since I newspaper, the front page of the discussion or debate, Mr. Osole. Former Palau President refutes claims of military base proposal in 2020. So, I take them last year. Sa kapska kakapir sa lerel bled submit niya present ra mga saul mora mlehen delivering in mo. Ito takol mera alsen makti uwi mo kung di mam nani kasi. We believe long-term U.S. defense partnership is in our future, and we believe that partnership will require long-term infrastructure investments. Okay, so we look toward investments in joint use port facilities and training grounds, and even in manageable basing opportunities like the former Angara Coast Guard Station. So, I'm not thinking of a debate, I'm not the statement, it's not about, we should be truthful in what we say. Giral consistent. So, Atim la so share kasi kuk plus ko opinion ni ma tik share opinion ma source ti adiri kam na guardian plus ngari ala ring ri lim kadi let's just be clear on information. Everybody can share their side, so it's good as part of the media. Let's get all the facts and get both sides. So so lang so on the question no.
Presidente, mali last question because ako mamaran mo ang brigade omen daigtag am akme dara October 1.
I see.
Mang awera po October 1 critical gire. Kata abulur belaw el anga mo katangara alsela o kati rakal tanjo birgit ra po to kurit sa kabelmentary git. Emplo all children sa kata nga to rablu kata wasya mang campus mo katigirel critical journey.
What I was saying, potential is going to rely on us, the people or other belaw. المسيسي understand ra sell value rigid مغلوريول مقرا بالوا. So what I agumra lo hace sell journey rigid real al silsa قدم لا موتيل المرا بالوا وسنغرا value rigid قدم لا موضوع الوق help را الملقيت تقرا بالوا الدقل دي التويرا outside الدقل التويرا our own responsibility. So, I think, let's go back to the tax issue. One of the main reasons why you need tax reform, agiril momdu lo ase, apart the responsibility of nation building, ay digmil mungat mokraba ablum or mageta grablum. Esel core tial ne tax reform ase kida oblu rablu, aradra oblu amera abluad matamilin. Di mararingia maradra ngo blu amer bela umto ushoba rablu maradra ngo blu amer bela mtkerti blu awrio ndi aygel gida collector tax ra gida al other bela umtgra ngo blu adegal enough lugut moqlaygel kat magil rablu wad. So part ra nation building agire del build our own resilience by having good infrastructure. Mdegal di rael ma dengi direct financial infrastructure. So tial transformation or it has taken a while. Digum rasa whether we started with medical insurance, that's taking responsibility. Starting with tax reform, building investment, partnering with countries. Ngari ako sa kaya lakadok na mo laptop ko ngaso nga de ko masaygan ngaso. Ay partnership. That's helping each other. Gida partner lo mgilam Brigel, gida partner lo mgilam Taiwan, gida partner lo mgilam Australia. Ayel tiro o maskid au tuirisel el togo betsel del willer gida el gida ma gal gainga se ora asabaklel maklagangel tial bulad el dangar alsel mesa ayel al bangla dara togora climate change and security ayga dagal matmak magumra lo setialom lo led as a nation amra el mumsisi oti sel كذا مار فرفاسة تريال اللول ميل كذا مار البلادغا أولو مرانيل تقول واسه كذا إلياق لتوبت سلبلو يجري ذا لوبا سل we should be in control of our destiny. Amal bringan ulu dah toram bringan betul bela, but kita robak klamat travel. Ada aku umrah wase kita obak klamat travel. And kada mo proud that other bela 17,000 people engara international stage. Ak mentioning around ablur bela relang for the next 2 years, 25 and 26. Ambassador si damo chairman ra AOSIS. Aigel dorinan el magyagare el blue egita chairman etia aklo tan kul mera blue bela ngo otti sel journey gi drose even ak damal yagare nding ari selomul mari sel leadership roles other plenty as a small nation mangara yegidel togoel mora whether standing up for deep sea mining or leading in oceans kita unlocking Blue Pacific Prosperity Plan blah the launching قدرنا partner لهم جات تونغا عن whole Pacific المو partners يجد 100% managed 30% protected example أرسل كده غير البلو دي كده أخمرو ليجل جيا التريد إسأل البلاي رولر أرسل تيال بلو هذا التكير أرسل making a difference among نجير هذا أقوم رلا بيبير التايم كده يجد الأذر بلاو ما يناسر يجد كده قرا عوا level يجد المريو نجير هذا موريسل برايد يجد واسكت أذر بلاو أيجل color يجد البلو ما yellow we should be proud of those colors الأخذ minimize يرسل الذي اللي يقل البلو كذا يليق البلو الأخذ ممداس واسي أيجل يسوي المياه روليد المولس اللي يقل no أيه باي سميسيد الموت الروليد الموم سيسي من سيدر continue contribute المرابلو هذا لو جاء بيك البدني لابتدى تعال من كقرا أسكنا المنور سبيتش أنا قرا وير independent ده بره قرا نمسك كايديا مكموم ده سمير غير السيل سندي if anything تيوم داس ورسل باندرنا رسل رورير دنير أكتوبر 1st 1994 مر أدم رالي يوصل عم درير بكذا قد مرال مفيد رسل مو مسخاس على واد اللي قد proud الأذر بلاو we should be proud الأذر بلاو اللي يقل تقوبت البلور السلاب لولا so سولا أنا أقول لك أنا بس بركنوت الموضوع ده راتيجي قال لي أكتوبر 1st lastly كده بدنا نسيطر بالضرورية celebrate التنجوبي ارتجال أكتوبر السلسلة تيرلا من غير تلون البوردير تيرلا من قطرولة happy birthday المورا كلافر فيليبرت غير special ed رأيموي دي رجل غير ليا ستيفنسون غير Bureau of Public Safety غير بيري ريموند غير Bureau of Public Health غير ليسا رموت غير ديريق غير Human Services غير MHHS ما شيلا بيدرو غير ديريق النورس غير MHHS ما هارلين هيرمان غير Fisheries غير أميف هابي بوردير غمير روغوي الملاقور غمير روغوي متريق روغول تغبت سلسلة تيرلا كده مال دي مرينا سولورا تال أخبار الواسع ميديا أو البرانش الغفرمنت مقدسوا على الموتل تال الموت مرينا سولورا أقوم راسين مال ميل ديبيت اللي نر ألم is candidates اللي يقون share لهم كمية and we have to be accountable and I think that's the مرينا سولورا media holding us accountable so thank you Dios el olmol mo mo kaltanga tara bek la adar belaw mati al balwa adar belaw lo nti ya yiri dra ya rogo o mal misula